Welcome to a Farming Simulator 19 Guide to Assistance mod review with me, MrSealyp. It's Thursday the 10th of January and we have some new mods. We have some mods ported over and we have a very important mod. That sounded like I said mod to show you today. I'm going to start off with, what should I start off with? Well, the glaringly obvious one right in front of us is the Christmas tree. This is a placeable Christmas tree by Dogface. This will use up 2 slots. I'm assuming that this was probably put into Giants before Christmas, and I think Dogface was probably hoping it was going to be available because that would have been perfect for people's Christmas specials and that kind of thing. But we have a placeable Christmas tree and it places in the usual way. You can cut this tree down apparently, and when you want to remove it, I think you just, well, I just clicked on it and it allowed me to remove it, to sell it. So you can sell it if you want to. It's not there for good. I won't get too close to it because it does play music, and the problem with YouTube being if it plays music and they hear the music, you can get in trouble for copyright and that kind of thing. But it does play music. It's very, very nice indeed. It looks impressive with the star on top. It seems a bit weird doing it now that we're in January, but you know. Anyway, so that's the first of our mods from Dogface. The second I want to have a quick look at is the this is the Easy Shed pack with lights, and I was sort of a bit kind of, wow, that's fantastic, awesome. Where were the lights? I think these might be automatic. I couldn't find a light switch anywhere on them. I didn't put them all out. There are 3 in this pack, and these are exactly the same as the ones that the Giants put out. These are by Halloweenzombie. They are 4 slots each to place, and you can see the lights up in there. We will skip forward to the night time in a little while because there's something else I want to show you. But if I show you in here under sheds, we've got the Giants ones that came out, Easy Shed 1, 2 and 3. So when we scroll across here, then we've got Easy Shed with light 1, 2 and 3. The prices are exactly the same. The sizes are exactly the same. The difference is they have got lights on them. So like I say, we'll skip through to the night and we'll see those later on. But that's by Halloweenzombie. It was only once I went to place them that I suddenly realised, hang on a minute, these are the same as the ones that were already in game, but they have lights, so you know, there you go. The next of our mods we're going to have a quick look at. This is the Stoll Super 1, and this is by Bremy456. This is a nice, I like this actually. It does say in the well, it did say in the Modhub. I'm going to have a quick look on here now. It did say it was for tractors with under 90 horsepower. Front loaders used to stack and load various goods, and then by the little jigsaw piece it says smaller than 90 horsepower. Well, I brought it over on a Fendt, this Fendt here, which I think has got 100 and something plus, and it went on there no problem at all. So we'll have a quick look in the store at this then. What first thing I do think is quite good is it gives us some other options. You've got 5,400, 8,000, 5,400. This one only costs, if we can get to it, 3,000. So it's a nice alternative. If we click on it, we can have a bit of a look around. Let's go. I need to get the right angle for this because there's a few things that are going to change. I don't want to go too far. Now I tried to, it's on main colour now. So this is what, so I'm having problems with the menu here, in that it started off with main colour with the option to change it. That said, I can't get it to go back onto the main colour option. It goes to all of the others. I've gone up and down, I've gone side to side, and I can't get it to go. If I press triangle, nothing. So it starts off on the main colour option, then goes down. But anyway, so we've got our options available. We've got standard, and on standard you've got these yellow bungs like stoppers, closures, just there. If we come around, we've got hoses just there, the ended hoses. If we scroll across one, we've got with closure stoppers. Oh, sorry, without closure stoppers. So those yellow stoppers that were around this side have gone. And then we can have it without hose, which means the red hoses that were on the other side, they've gone. We can have it without hose and closure stoppers, and then back to standard, which has all of it back on again. So there's a few options. The colour thing, I don't know whether you'll have better luck with that than I will, but I can't get that to go back onto colour. The fact it's got a price thing there, I assumed you could change the colour on it, but I haven't been able to get that to work. I can zoom in and out, side to side, I can rotate, I just cannot get that to go back to the... Yeah, but anyway, but it's a nice one as well because it's got a really nice reach on it, very smooth animation, very tidy. Like I say, this is 100 and something horsepower. It goes on this no problem at all. I think it's for to replace the one for the smaller tractors, the FZ30. But it's got quite a nice reach on it, I have to say. And that kind of almost like a high-tech function, kind of. But like I say, the animations are very smooth, very tidy. I like the movement of that. And it's only 3,000, so it's a bit cheaper than the standard one we get in game. Again, it's all about those options. Options, people. We've got more options. That's the main thing. So put that to one side. Now we have two tractors. Now these were on FS17, and I can't remember if these were a PS4 exclusive or they were a pre-order special. I can't remember now. But we have got the Challenger Field Viper, the MT700E, and we've got the Field Python Challenger MT800E. Now I put them in here, one because they look fantastic, I have to say. In driving them over here, they've got all the features with the seat suspension and all that kind of thing. They look really, really nice, ported over from 17. But there was another reason I wanted to have a look at them. I'm going to jump in this one first of all. We'll start it up. They do look really, really impressive in the light. They're just, well, in any light they look impressive. We've got beacons, light options, indicators, lights, all the usual thing. Inside the cab, very neat and tidy. The textures they've been working on in the move over from 17 to 19, working very, very well in here. It looks cleaner and crisper. It looks clearer out the windscreen. Yeah, I don't know what it is. There's no interior lights on the dashboard. I'm trying to think. Indicators don't show up, I don't think. I'll just check outside. The indicators were going and they're not showing up. Anyway, so that's not really kind of the important thing. They look and handle like the other challenges in game, but here's where it gets a little bit more interesting, and it's a bit of a peculiar one. If I go over to large tractors and we scroll up until we get to the ones that are in game, so for Farming Simulator 19, the Challenger MT700 is the new version. That's the new Challenger version. Sharper lines, sharper angles, a clear grille across the front, a lot more angular. And that MT700 starts at 387,000. Starts at 380 horsepower. And if we click on it, we can go up to, where are we? 405, 431 horsepower. So that's the newer version of it. Full price for that would be 412,000, and the cheapest is 387. If we go along to the equivalent, the one that's just come out, so we've got the Field, where are we? There you go, the Field Viper, the MT700E that's come over from 17. That's only 319,000. That's a big difference. Now I know it's the older version, the older model. 387, 319. And also, if we go on and look at this one, we can go up from 384 horsepower to 401 to 438. So it's got a higher horsepower as well as the fancy paintwork, which is, you know, rather nice indeed. So it's a cheaper alternative with a higher horsepower. Now it may be you prefer the clean lines of the new version, you don't want all the snake design and stuff on it, and if that's the case, however you choose to do it, that's entirely up to you. But weirdly, the next one, The MT800E series that we get in-game is 422,000. If we scroll across to the field Python, that's 427, so that's more expensive. I'm slightly baffled. It's a bit of a peculiar one. The 700 newer one, I'll say newer one, mod is cheaper, but the MT800 field Python is more expensive. It's very odd. I think with this one, they're almost an identical replacement. This is not a newer version. I don't think the MT800 that you get standard in game isn't a newer version. I think it's the same kind of thing. I bought one of each and placed them next to each other, and they look pretty much the same. As far as slots go, the Field Viper is 15 slots. The Field Python is 16 slots for the modded version. Now, as you can see, oh no, because I bought one of each. But the slot counts for the ones that are in game at the moment are a little bit higher because they're newer versions. So yeah, it's horses for courses. If we look at the field Python, now we can change the setup. I think we can go for 3 meter as well. So we can go up from we'll start on 492, 592, 646 horsepower. And then we go to standard, or we can have the 3 meter. They're narrower tracks, but a wider track on them, like so. If we get a better view on that, and we change it back again. So you get narrower tracks, but they're wider apart. So that's your options available on those. It looks fantastic. I mean, to be honest, it does look really just incredible. Very, very nice indeed. So yeah, I mean, for me, if I was in the market for one of those, I'd probably go for the MT700. It's cheaper, 438 horsepower, but then if you want big horsepower, that's 646. It's much bigger. But if you want cleaner lines, you're probably going to stick with the in-game ones. So there you go. But I just thought I'd show them. They look very, very neat, very, very tidy, very clean, crisp. They've done an incredible job on them. They really have. They look amazing. So there you go. That's the 2 new challengers that have been ported over, which brings me on to the last of our mods. Deck chairs, I hear you say. That's an interesting one. Deck chair mods. That's very, very helpful. These are no ordinary deck chairs. These are special deck chairs. If we get close enough to the deck chairs and I press L3, these are placeable deck chairs instead of a farmhouse. And I really, really like this. This is Deck Chair for Sleeping. This is by FentFan79 and LS Agrarservice. They are 1 slot to place and are instead of a farmhouse. Now, you like me, if you want the aesthetic of a farmhouse, then you're going to go for a farmhouse. The farmhouse is £180,000, euros or dollars. If you go for the deck chair option, it's £149, euros or dollars. Just 149, not 149,000, 149, and it does exactly the same thing. So when you go up to it at the right time and you press L3, it will give you the option to sleep through the night. So you can sit in your deck chair under the stars, but it will give you the option to skip through the night, and it's a far cheaper alternative than buying the farmhouse. That, for me, that's a game changer mod. That's made a big difference. Yes, you've got the farmhouse in game, but it's expensive. And we said about getting something else that would work better, and if you want to be able to skip through the night without just speeding up time for £149, euros or dollars, that's a no-brainer. That's absolutely brilliant. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to skip forward to the night time so we can have a look at the tree a little bit better in the dark as well. Those lights are on all the time, by the way, you can't turn them on or off. The lights should come on the shed, and we'll be able to show you this in action, which would be absolutely wonderful. And so it has got dark, and I've tried this before. The earliest I've been able to skip through the night has been 8 o'clock in the evening. The lights on the Christmas tree, look, actually turn that off, look wonderful. The lights under the shed have come on, also very, very nice indeed. And then we come to our very cheap time capsules, time travelling devices, whatever you want to call them. So if I click L3, I can now scroll across and set what time I want to sleep, same as you can with the buildings, the houses, the farmhouses, however much I want to sleep, and then I press sleep, and the time whizzes round, and I get charged an absolute fortune for all the leasing and stuff, but that doesn't matter. There we are, 5 o'clock in the morning. We have skipped through. It is still dark at the moment, but that's not really the end of the world. But there you go. They do work. They are fantastic. By Fent Fan 79 and LS Agrarservice. Awesome mod. And like I say, for me, that's a bit of a game changer, that one. So we have got the Stoll Super 1 by Bremy 456. We've got the Easy Shed Pack with Light by Halloweenzombie. We've got the Field Viper and the Field Python from Giants. And we have the Christmas Tree by Dogface. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest, whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.